Hey guys, what's up? My name's Lindsay. Welcome to Beautiful Mess Bright Eyes. I did a tutorial today for you just on how to blend your shadow. I have added some eyeliner and more mascara to the look that I didn't do on the video. If you do want an eyeliner tutorial, please just let me know in the comments below and I can do that for you. So if you would like to keep watching, please do, and like and subscribe this video. And let me know if there's anything else that you want to see down below in the comments. Alright, thanks for watching guys. I have a few techniques to go through on how to blend shadow. At least that's the way that I do it. So if you would like to watch that, I do have some face makeup on and some mascara, but I haven't done anything to my eyes. So we're going to get started. So we're going to use, at least I use, the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I use that as a primer because it doesn't crease on the eyelids, which some concealers would tend to do without the technology that this one has. So I will put some on my lid, just a little bit, and then I will blend it in with a beauty blender. And I always dampen my beauty blender beforehand, so I will run it under the water and get it nice and wet. And then I will just blend this on the eye. And this just helps prime the eyes for shadow, it lets them last longer, and it gets rid of any discoloration on your lids, which I do have. And don't be afraid to take it under the eye as well. If you're going to do any shadow underneath your eyes, you can take it down there as well. So after that, you can set your lids down and set the primer with some powder. And I'm going to be using the MAC Select Sheer Pressed Powder in NC15. And we'll set the primer down. And just dab the excess off your brush and just powder the lids a little bit. So that will give us a clean surface to blend on. And what I do is I will grab my palette. Now I have a Z palette full of shadows, and I'm going to start with the shadow called Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek, and it is right there. So this is a very light shadow, and I use it to give a transition to the back of the shadows that I will be using in the foreground, and that just helps everything blend seamlessly together with no harsh lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm using a Sigma Blending E40 brush, and I'm just going to pick some up, dab the excess off, and then I start in the outer corner and move in circular motions to get the most pigment on the outside of the eye, and then I will move inward and blend back and forth. Windshield wiper motions, which I've heard many times on channels before, and then I will go inside and then start circular motions and blend upwards. So back and forth, circular motions, and blend out. Now with this lighting, you're probably not going to see this color very much. Back and forth, circular motions, blend up and out. And then I'll do the same for the other eye. Corner, circular motions, back and forth. Once most of the product is off the brush, start blending in towards the crease and then up. And you can circular motions upwards and out. Again. And then I will go in with a Sigma Blending E25 brush. And this brush just doesn't deposit as much color as the black brushes do, so I will grab a little bit on this brush and we'll use Brown Script by MAC, and that's this one right here. Just a little, dab it off, and then we'll go into the corner of the eye, and I like to make sort of a V shape. So we'll go there, and on the crease, and then small circular motions to blend into the crease in the corner here. Most of the product's off the brush, and then we will blend inwards. Windshield wiper motions inwards, circular, small circles. And depending on how pigmented you want it to be, you always can do less is more at first, because you can't take it off as much as you can apply it as pigmented as you'd like. So I say start slowly and build upwards to the depth that you would like. I'm going in with some more Brown Script, focusing on the outer corner of the eye, and then blending inwards again. Windshield wiper motions, and then blend up. And then I will go back in with the Sigma E40, and I will just blend that out. And what this does is it creates a nice smooth look going back and forth with brushes, and it makes it so that there's no harsh lines. So I'll do the same to the other eye. Go back in with it, blending E25 by Sigma, and I'll go back in with Brown Script. Dab the excess off, go into the corner here and make a V shape. Start with some circular motions to get the pigment blended, and then bring it into the inner corner once most of the product is off the brush. And small circular motions, and you don't have to use a lot of pressure. My hand is on the bottom of the brush, and I'm just slowly doing some light circles. You press too hard, you'll deposit too much pigment and it won't blend as easily. And then I will go in again. Back and forth. So I have a mirror right here that's magnified so I can see close to my eye, but I also have one that's far ahead of me so I can see what it looks like from far away, which I like because I can focus on certain areas, especially when I'm doing eyeliner. I can look closely in the mirror up close and make sure that it's looking the same in the back. So I'm just going to go in again and deepen this crease up with the E25, back and forth, and I'm just going to take that up and out. So you don't necessarily always see the transition color, and that's the point of a transition color, is to have it laid down and blend the shadows that are put upon on top of it so that you have a seamless blend. Sometimes you do see them, depends on the look that you're going for. So you see it's nice and blended. And I'm going to go in with a lighter shadow from the Naked 2 palette. And the Naked 2 palette right here, I'm going to take Foxy, which is a matte cream color. And I'm going to go in with my Sigma Eye Shading E55 brush, which is this brush here. And I'm just going to pick up some of that matte shade, and I'm just going to dab that on the lid. Don't go too far up because you don't want to get it all over those shadows that you blended. And I just put that on the lid to make that brighter and more pigmented. And I don't swipe back and forth because you'll lose a lot of the pigment on top of your lid. So I just like to dab, especially with matte colors on the lid. Then I will go back in with that Sigma E25 brush, and with no product on it at all, just what's left over that we used, I will just go in and blend the outer corner here, just to blend that shadow back into the eye. And I'll just go back and forth. And then what I like to do is to apply the highlight as well, just to blend the shadows. I find that when you do a highlight color on the top, it brings the whole look together. So I will use Foxy again and the E55 from Sigma and just do a nice highlight here. And if you find that it's hard to blend the shadows in with your highlight, you can just use the brush and go back and forth, and it'll bring the colors together better. So there you have the nice blended look. So I'm going to put some more mascara on, and I might do some lashes, and you'll probably see this look later because I'm doing another video with Casey. And also stay tuned for a lookbook that I will be doing.